Okay, look, I promise I will eventually get on to other countries. I didn't anticipate I would be doing 3 videos on Montenegro either. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the ESC Harry channel. I hope you're all doing very well indeed. Today, we will be reacting to Montenegro's Eurovision entry for Eurovision 2025. No sense of deja vu in saying that whatsoever. In 2025, Montenegro will be represented by Nina Žižić and the song Dobrodošli. Hopefully I have pronounced that well. If not, I apologize. Now I know what you're thinking. You are thinking, Harry, you very handsome Eurovision reactor. Didn't you already react to Montenegro's Eurovision song for 2025? And to that I say 2 things. I say 1, I'm very flattered, but I do have a girlfriend. No, that part wasn't a joke. Why are you laughing? And 2, yes, I did react to Montenegro's original entry for Eurovision 2025, which was Neo Noen and Clickbait. But if you are unaware, Neo Noen have sadly dropped out after there was an investigation ongoing between the EBU and the Montenegro broadcaster that claimed that the Clickbait was already released before the September 1st deadline and performed basically before that deadline. So instead of going through the whole process, Neo Noen decided, now we don't want anything to do with this. We don't want the bad publicity. We're just going to withdraw before that investigation is finished. But the end game to all this situation was Montenegro had to pick another entry. And in the end, they decided to go for the runner-up of Monty Song, their national selection, which was Nina Žižić. So that is how we are to this stage. Now, of course, like with Neo Noen's song, I have already reacted to Nina Žižić in my Monty Song reaction video. You can find that in one of these corners here. One day I will learn which corner it is. But due to that, this will be more an analysis of the national final performance that happened a couple weeks ago at this point. Has it been around a month since Monty Song? I think it has. But anyway, it'll be more analysis of that. And at the end, I will give my overall thoughts on how I think this could do and where to improve going into Basel. But before we get into the reaction video, make sure to like this video if you enjoy it, subscribe if you are new to ESC Harry, and comment down below, what do you think about Nina Žižić as Montenegro's entry for Eurovision 2025? With that being said, let's get to reacting. Okay, so hitting play in 3, 2, 1, go. I do love the drama of this piano intro, like do 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 do. It's like running pace, so it makes the ballad feel fast-paced from the beginning. This eye mask is completely the wrong word, blindfold is the right word. It's a very good visual cue and help for people that don't understand the language and what she's necessarily singing about. She has so much purpose in her actions, like the staccato movements throughout, really finishing those movements, which is valuable. You can tell she's a seasoned performer as Nina. And she just takes off the mask. She can see clearer now. I do think the LED needs to improve. It feels a bit basic, but all can be elevated for Eurovision. Oh, and there's the passion I was talking about when first hearing this song. I love the raspiness and the pain that this song portrays. Oh, the raspiness is so good. I quite like the people walking in the background. Again, just subtle things that add to the storytelling that you need in stagings where the song might not necessarily be understood by the vast majority of viewers. I think Nina has a voice where if I had to listen to it for so long, I would. It's amazing. There's very few voices that have this quality. Sing, Nina, come on, sing. And then there's some words in the background. I think for Eurovision, if they want to keep the words theme, you've got to have them in different languages. So Montenegro, Italian, all the languages, so people understand the meaning of this song. We're into crescendo at the end. And then silence. I don't know who's screaming in the background. There was no audience at Montenegro's national final. The passion at the end, the sadness, the vulnerability. I mean, to be completely honest, that flew by as 3 minutes. I know I've already heard the song and I've seen that performance. That flew by. That does not feel like 3 minutes, and that is an absolute compliment. Right, that is my thoughts seeing the live performance of Dobrodošli. Right, so that was my thoughts on Nina Žižić, Dobrodošli, Montenegro's new entry for Eurovision 2025. I think you could probably tell from my reaction there that I had already heard the song. It was more analytical, sort of speaking a bit more. I wasn't necessarily reacting to the song itself and my emotions towards that. If you want to hear more on that, I do recommend watching the Monty song reaction video. I do react to the song quite a lot in that video. But overall, I have to say, look, you guys know from the original Montenegro reaction video and Monty song, I was not a massive fan of clickbait. I would have been perfectly fine it going to Eurovision because it won fair and square. After all, caveat, assuming regardless of the song previous entry stuff. But this entry feels like a massive upgrade for Montenegro's chances. Don't get me wrong, it is not a guaranteed qualifier by any means, but it has a lot of qualities that I think people potentially look for even in Balkan entries. This traditional Balkan sound, which do not underestimate how powerful that can be for an audience, especially in Western Europe, which not only associates, Eastern Europe, the Balkans, with this sound, in a compliment, to clarify, not in a stereotypical, bad way, but when they hear this sound, they think this style, Montenegro and the Balkans, and they go, this is what I want to hear from them. I will vote for this. So, yeah, I do love how the circumstances have ended up. I am sad for Neo Noem, but the end result is Nina Žižić. And people are not going to be thinking about the change when it comes to May. It's going to be months away, and I think it's a fantastic entry for Montenegro, especially returning to the contest. And then just to re-emphasize some points I made, what makes this work is mainly Nina Žižić. Her vocals are just spectacular. The pain, I love the unconventional structure that this song has. It makes it stand out in that sense. And yeah, there's a lot going for this, even just from the low budget Monty song performance, which I think it's very important to emphasize. This will get bigger and better for Eurovision. The budget will increase from that small hall or town hall or the gym hall, wherever they were hosting Monty song. You are able to do so much more with this on a Eurovision stage. But yeah, I think the key thing in terms of staging for Basel is you got to tell the story with the staging. As I've mentioned a couple times in that reaction, because it is in a Montenegro language, people are not necessarily going to understand what this song is about. Now, in some ways they don't need to, the power of Nina Žižić and the emotion she portrays just in her vocal and her performance can carry some way, but if you really want to sell home the message, use the staging to illustrate what this song is about. They did it somewhat within Monty's song, but they can do more. Even just putting translations of the lyrics behind them. If they want to use that word format or the word staging style, you got to do that. Like Italy did back in 2018. That was very effective. But maybe I'm repeating points here, but I have to say, thumbs up for me for this being the selection for Montenegro, despite the circumstances. Genuinely, I think this is one of my favorite Montenegro entries of all time. Might be a low bar. I'm sorry, you have only qualified twice, Montenegro, but it's still fantastic, and I am rooting for this to do well and for Montenegro to get back in the final with this. Anyway, that is my opinion on Montenegro's entry for Eurovision 2025, but my opinion is not the correct one. It is just my opinion. Please let me know down in the comments, what do you think about Montenegro's entry for Eurovision 2025? Do you think it will qualify? Do you just like the song in general? Just any comments down below, please let me know. Once again, make sure to like this video if you enjoy it and subscribe if you are new to ESC Harry so you do not miss any further Eurovision 2025 content. I promise we do get on to other countries very soon. I've recorded some other national final reactions that are coming out in the next couple days, so make sure you do not miss those, and subscribe if you are new to the channel, or if you just haven't already. If you're not new and haven't subscribed, shame on you, do subscribe. All that's left for me to say is I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time for another video on the ESC Harry channel. Take care, guys.